What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to take a little time to talk about some of the things that you have to deal with when owning and running a business. One of the main things you really have to deal with is the lack of balance. There is, for the most part, there really is no balance. When you are owning a business, when you are building a business, the only real thing that you have in the forefront of your mind is to make sure that this business is in the best condition that it can possibly be in. And it really supersedes pretty much every other thing that you may have going on in life, you know. At times, with the first business that I tried to build, I spent so much time on it that I essentially lost the first 2 or 3 years of my son's existence, because I was, you know, always gone, or I was always working to make up for the lack of money, because I was putting so much money into the business trying to get it off the ground. And so there was very little balance when it came to that. And it was one thing that I really had to begin to understand and kind of take heed of, so that I wasn't, you know, a person whom built a business and 20 years later I'm, you know, selling the business, and now I'm looking at my kids, or I'm looking at my wife, and I'm like, you know, I don't really know you guys. So that lack of balance is really inevitable. I don't think that you will ever find a true balance between actually working on the business as well as being able to have enough time with your family. Because even, like, you know, videos that I've talked about where we went on family trips, like to where was the place we went to? I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of the place. So we just went to it, but while we were there, I was having like an attitude, and I was kind of fussy because of the fact that I have so much that's going on, and for my wife and for my kids to have the expectation of me to solely be thinking about them, and to be, Carowinds, that's the name of the place. So for everyone to have an expectation of, okay, we're going on, you know, we're going away to have fun and to kind of focus ourselves on this event, I feel some type of way because my business is still going. I still have a lot of things that, you know, maybe emails that have been sent back to me that are giving me the okay to start with a position or something of that sort. So there's always some sort of conflict in regards to what you should be doing, what you could be doing, and what you actually are doing when you are running the business or owning a business, and you actually care about making sure that that business gets bigger and bigger and grows year after year. So that's kind of, you know, the main thing that I find myself having to deal with time and time again. I am right now at a point to where I just began to pay myself. So paying myself is something that I'm having to really learn how to do effectively. I'm teaching myself, or I'm teaching myself by failing, but I'm teaching myself how to, you know, secure payroll by making sure that X amount is in the account for X amount of weeks, so that I don't have to worry about salary. Making sure all of the business monthly expenses are taken care of in another account, having the liquidity of the business in another account. So that one small thing of just having to pay myself is causing for me to have to make sure everything else is on point. solely because I guess it's just a new factor, and it's really exposed all of these other things that were coming out of one pot. But now it would just be so much more beneficial for me to filter and to manage everything a little bit more effectively, and to be a little bit more organized in regards to what's coming out of where. And even with that, you know, I'm spending so much time learning about people whom are, you know, let's say my business is here, learning about people whose businesses are here and what they're doing that I'm currently not doing, and having money be very organized in regards to where it's being distributed from is one of those things that I know for a fact could be benefiting me much more than it currently is not being that organized. So I'm gonna create that system, I'm gonna implement that system, and we're gonna see the benefits from that system. But that, you know, the lack of balance for a very long time, and I don't want to say a very long time because I don't want to discourage you all from, you know, going after your goals or working hard in regards to whatever it is that you would like to do or that you feel you should be doing to put yourself as well as your family in a better position. So it's not a very long time, but it is a long time, and some people's times are a little bit longer than others, so you can't compare yourself to the next person. But what you can do is you can look at where you are, look at where you were, and look at what needs to be done to get you to where you want to be at. And that's one of the easiest things that pretty much anyone can do to ensure that they're kind of on the correct path to where they need to go. And the more, I like to think of it as the more imbalance you have, so the more focused you are on getting to that goal and the less focused you are on let's say comfort and work. If you're trying to have a balance in between the two, the person, if there's two different people, one person is trying to have a balance between comfort and work, and the other person is okay with having little comfort for a very long time. The person who's willing to endure little comfort for, you know, small amounts of time will get so much further than that one person who is wanting to balance out, you know, comfort as well as hard work. Because if I take a step forward and I take a step back and take a step forward and I take a step back, how far did I go?